Teddy Santis Season 6 has been fully revealed, and I gotta say, there are a lot of interesting pairs. There's gonna be a total of 12 pairs for this season. There's going to be 2 997s, 2 998s, 3 993s, 4 990 V6s, as well as 1 990 V4 colorway. There's a mix of colorful pairs, neutral tone pairs, and some neutral tone pairs with low-key color accents. The first 3 pairs are going to be dropping really soon on August 15th. We have the Reflection with Marblehead colorway, as well as the Castle Rock with Moonrock colorway for the 990 V6, as well as the Shadow Gray with Driftwood colorway for the 993. All 3 of these are obviously neutral tone colorways. I think they're fine. My personal favorite out of the 3 has got to be the Reflection colorway. It's very simple and clean. I love that little pop of off-white in the midsole. Gives a nice little aged accent to a relatively plain shoe. The 2 gray pairs are fine, but I don't really care too much for the color blocking and the color combinations. And then my personal favorite has gotta be the 997. It appears to be called the Vintage Teal and Jade colorway. It's definitely the most colorful colorway of Season 6, and I'm really happy that the 997 is getting a louder colorway. I think the colorway is pretty fire. You get obviously Vintage Teal with accents of green and what appears to be burgundy and even brown plastic. Definitely an interesting color combination, but it works well enough. The 2 louder pairs of the 993s are also pretty solid. I went over this pair in particular, the Olive Leaf and Maze colorway, in a monthly highlights video. I said it's pretty similar to a 990 V3 from Teddy Santis Season 1. It's the green and purple colorway. This one's also pretty solid. I really like that the ankle lining is in orange. It's a nice contrasting color. And then you also get a mushroom and midnight violet colorway. I assume the brown is the mushroom color, and then you get like dark midnight violet in the nubuck as well as the meshes, and then it contrasts nicely with the purple tongue and orange ankle lining area. 2 998s are fine. I think they're good, not great. Nothing I'm really running out to get. The 998's one of my favorite silhouettes, and I really like how it appears that the ankle lining is utilizing a different type of material from what I can tell from this picture. I can't tell for sure, but there's gonna be the navy, chrome, and blue colorway, as well as the incense and sandstone colorway. Probably the more interesting of the 2 is the incense and sandstone colorway. I really like the orange yellow tones with the contrasting kind of like orange tans. Obviously it's very reminiscent of sand, and it kind of reminds me of sunset colors. And then there are 2 more 996s, one of which is the Dark Ember and Afterglow colorway. This is a very fire pair. Obviously it's kind of like a burgundy colorway. I'm surprised they made another burgundy 990 V6 when they already did, I think in Season 4, I believe. It's basically more burgundy than this with less accent colors, but this colorway is definitely fire, and it's a nice alternative if you didn't like the other burgundy pair. And then this one is pretty interesting. Both of these pairs look very similar at first, but upon further inspection, this is obviously brown suede. At first I thought it was another shade of burgundy. I thought I was seeing double at first, but it's brown suede. You get a purple N logos as well as 3M accents, as well as light brown in the mesh. Definitely an interesting colorway, but not a colorway I'm particularly interested in. The other 997 colorway is just a neutral tone colorway. It's going to be called the Moonrock and Driftwood colorway. It's very simple and plain. I don't really care too much for it. And lastly, rounding off Season 6 is probably one of the most interesting colorways, despite it being just neutral tone, and that's the 990 V4. A lot of people are speculating that it might be veg tan leather, which would be really cool. That would mean that it's a very high quality pair, and the pair will just age really nicely as you wear them. I'm really hoping that's the case. I really hope this is veg tan leather and not just suede. Otherwise, this shoe is definitely a boring one if it's not in fact veg tan leather. What do you guys think of Teddy Santis Season 6, and what is your current favorite colorway from the season? I'd definitely like to know down in the comments.